here, and today I'm bringing you guys a quick little guide. Not really quick, it actually is about 11 minutes long, but a guide to 99 woodcutting, and there's a lot of different stuff in this video. It's mostly for skillers, but combat players could use it too. It's basically just, the only thing that is wrong with the guide for combaters is basically just no Arctic pines, and Arctic pines you can't do as a skiller, so skillers don't worry about it. But you can't get Arctic pines for skillers, so I didn't add it into the video because that wouldn't make much sense for me. And yeah, so I hope you guys enjoy this video. It took me a really long time to make, and I hope it makes sense to you guys. If something doesn't make sense to you, I'll try to explain it as best as I can in the video, but you can always leave a comment and ask me anything you like. And I hope you guys enjoy. Leave a comment below and telling me how you like it. If you don't like it, anything I can fix, anything you guys want to add or anything like that. So I'd like to say thank you guys for watching and enjoy. Let's get right into it. So right off the bat, we're going to go 1 through 15 doing regular trees with an iron hatchet and a steel hatchet. When you're able to do the steel hatchet at level 6, you should use it. And we're going to be woodcutting in Varrock, and those trees are all good to woodcut except for the darker green ones. And there's another overview of it. You're going to be in Varrock, right next to Varrock Big Bank, so that'll be good. You can talk to your friends, do whatever, and yeah, so right off the bat you're just going to be cutting down those trees, moving to each tree as you go because they are one hit, and you won't be able to collect more than one log from each tree. So all of these trees in a row are a pretty good thing because you don't want to be moving around too much. So yeah, this will be pretty fast for you, hopefully. All you gotta do is just keep moving. They'll respawn quickly, and you can either bank or you can burn your logs, either or, if you just want some quick fire making experience or whatever. Either way, and of course you can move to other places in RuneScape to cut trees. As long as you're cutting trees, you're fine. And there's a lot of places with huge masses of trees, so you can always go to different places. But I just like this place just because it's closest to the oaks, so when you level up to level 15 you can move straight to oaks. So this is how you're going to want to bank. You can just bank your logs like that, just in that bank booth there. But anyway, let's move on to the next one. 15 to 30 oak trees, and you'll be using a steel hatchet and a mithril hatchet. And you're going to be in the same spot, same picture, then you're going to be doing those dark green trees that were just there. And same kind of principle here, you're just going to be doing the same exact thing, but on this one you're going to be able to collect more than one log per tree. I know in the video it doesn't really show this very well, it only does it for one tree. But anyway, these things respawn pretty quick as well, so you'll be able to almost continuously cut. I'm using a dragon hatchet just because it was in my tool belt and I couldn't take it out, but I'm just showing you what hatchets I have in my inventory. They want to have a steel hatchet and a myth hatchet again, so when you can use the myth, always use the myth. And here we go, we're going to bank right now, and that's just how you're going to want to bank everything for the regular trees and stuff. So we're going to move on to 31 to 60 willow trees using an adamant hatchet and a rune hatchet. And this is when it starts to get fun. This is where I start to get more familiar with things, and you're going to want to be in Drynor Village for this. There's a couple other places, but I'm not going to add them into this video. This is just the best place. So again, adamant hatchet, and then when you can use a rune, and this place is good because it's really kind of relaxing and stuff like that. I used to do it as a free-to-play, and yeah, you can collect more than one log, as you can see from each tree, so that'll be good. And it's the best method for free-to-play, so if you're free-to-play, you can stop here and just do that to 99. And yeah, I really like this place. It's easy to bank. You can still, of course, light your logs if you want, or you can just keep them to get good fire making XP or whatever. And yeah, this place is a good community kind of place to woodcut and stuff like that, so that's why I showed this place over the couple of other spots that you can choose from. And the banking's relatively easy as well, just like with the oak and the regular trees, so you'll be good there for banking. And now we get to move on to the teaks and the ivy, the best hatchet in the game for skillers. And first I'm going to go ahead and show you teaks. This one's going to be pretty in-depth, so try to bear with me. You're going to want to have an inventory of almost fully urns, and I have my urn that I started at the bottom right there, so I make sure not to bank it. And you're going to want to teleport to Karmaja. A couple other methods that you can use to get there, but they're not very economically friendly. The type you want to teleport costs a lot of money. They're like 10k each or something like that. They bring you somewhat closer, but they're not really worth it. But on our way there, we're going to want to beware of snakes. That's kind of why we have the cake in our inventory. Also, when we get in there, there's going to be snakes. A lot of people thought for the longest time that skillers couldn't do teaks solely because of the aggro snakes, but that's not really true. You can wait them out for about 10 minutes and they become on aggro. And in this video I'll show you a couple ways that you can get by them, but first I'm going to show you on the map where Carmage is and how to run there. So from the lodestone, that's where you run. And yeah, so now we're going to show you what you really need, the urns. The urns are what really make this a really good method to do. Before urns it was still good, but not as good. You're going to want to make urns by combining a strong woodcutting urn with earth rune, and then that makes your finished urn. And then while you're woodcutting, you get XP that way, and it fills up the urns. And the urns really are really good. They give you about 1.6k XP per urn, and you can only teleport 10 urns at once. But I usually teleport the urn as I get them, one urn, and then that gives me more space because you're going to have an inventory of mostly all urns. The longer you stay there, it rewards you because you have less space, or more space actually, and you have less urns is what I meant to say. And that way you'll have pieces for your teak logs, so that way you can kind of AFK a little bit more. But still got to pay attention to get rid of those special teak logs. I probably won't get one in this video right here, but once you get a special teak log, I usually wait maybe a little bit longer if I have a bigger inventory to wait to destroy them. I just destroy them. They have some kind of use, but I don't ever use them. And again, before I forget, I want to mention, I right-clicked them in the video there. Make sure that you bring trading sticks. You can get them from the GE. You need 100 to join into the teak hardwood forest there. And what I'm kind of showing you right now that I neglected to mention, you can go back and look at this a little bit, but I'm kind of parrying away from these snakes here, trying to get the snakes caught on something, basically. Caught on the trees, because they do get caught. Like you can see right there, the snake in front of that tree up there got caught. But they do move around, they become on aggro, and then they see you again, and then they become aggro again, so that's kind of annoying. But anyway, if you're moving right, you can get them hidden right there. See, he found me. But you want to stay like that, where I just clicked right there behind that teak tree right there. Really just the best spot to be, because there's not a lot of space behind you for a snake to get in behind you, but they can come up that little aisle right there. But then you just move to the side a little bit, and they can't get you. And then you can just hang out there a little bit, try to avoid the snakes as much as possible. Usually you can just survive with one cake. I've never had to go ahead and get another cake. Sometimes they just catch themselves like they did right there, and they kind of try to get you all the time from different angles after they become on aggro, like that snake just did that I just right clicked. And yeah, you're not getting the best XP right now by far, because you're just cutting that one tree, or you're running around trying to get away from a snake or something like that. So you just gotta wait a little bit. And there is 3 snakes in there, so be aware as well, and they can't poison you or anything, so don't worry about that. So yeah, you just kind of wait for the tree to spawn, hope that you don't hit it in one hit, and try to get as many logs as possible. You see that I have 3 inventory spots there, and I'll show you in a bit, but when you're trying to drop the logs, you can't drop it with your chat up, which kind of stinks. You have to keep your chat down and the bar down, because you can't right click and drop them easily. And you want to be able to just have your cursor over drop and then be able to drop them easily. And that only happens if you have your bar down, which kind of sucks in my opinion, like I already said, because you can't see anything in your clan chat, private chat, anything like that, any kind of chat. And it kind of stinks because you always want to look at your chat. That's why you see me flipping in between right there. And yeah, so that's just one of the downsides of Teaks. It's not that huge of a downside. The only really downside that I see of it that's really huge is just the amount of clicking to the other available method, which is Ivy. And a lot of people just love to do IV instead just because it's so relaxing and chill and stuff like that, and they don't really care about the little bit of extra XP per hour. And I could agree with that. I can see why people would love to just do T or IV all the time and stuff like that. But let's get into how you do some IV. And IV is probably the most self-explanatory of any of these. It's pretty easy to do, and it looks slow to me. I don't know why it just looks slow, but it's not that slow. It's actually decent, around Teak's XP per hour, maybe 10k less. And it's a really good alternative if you don't like doing teaks. But teaks are in fact the fastest method, so you can take that how you will. Here's a couple of spots that you can go to. You can go to Varrock, there's Valley, and I just have Taverley. Those are only a couple of the spots. But anyway, guys, I hope you love the guide, and I'll see you guys later. Please know what you guys think I could add to this video to make it better, and I'll see you guys next time.